Warped Tour, are you going? Are you not going? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you super let down by the lineup? What's up, everyone? My name is John. Welcome back to Beyond ARTV. You guys have been asking me, are you finally going to Warped Tour? Because I think my girlfriend said something in a video, and I think I might have said something on Twitter, but I figured, why not go ahead and make a quick video about this, just so you know exactly what is going on, and why would I go to Warped Tour for the first time on a year that has a shitty lineup? At least most people are considering it a shitty lineup that I have seen in my comments, or else just various comments around the scene, although there's a lot of people who are fans of heavy music who are super enthusiastic about the lineup, and that's great. That's cool. I'm glad that you guys have finally been catered to. I know that the pop punk scene has really been catered to the past handful of years, and really this year all we're getting in that regard is neck deep, at least a big band like that people are going to be drawn to. There's a lot of heavy stuff on the lineup, and I want to take a look through today, and we're going to see exactly what's on the bill and what I'm planning to see and why I'm going to Warped in the first place. Alright, so I'm going to show you what's on my screen here, and we're going to kind of scroll through. You see all the artists, and I look through this, and it's just like, sure, there's a few. Oh, there's Microwave, who I obviously have to see. I can't stop singing their praises. If you haven't listened to Much Love, or even their first album, there's so many great songs. You guys have to change that instantly. And then Neck Deep, of course. Movements are a great band out of California. I've already seen them live, but I will definitely be trying to catch their set again. But for the most part, you look through this, I have no interest in New Year's Day or Sammy, I almost said Sammy Davis. Why would he be there? Sammy Adams, a Boston rapper. I know he had one song a few years ago. I think it was called Driving Me Crazy, but I haven't heard that since like high school. And I'm seeing these names, and I've heard some of these songs. I've heard a lot of people talk about Silent Planet. I need to check them out. Silverstein, a band that I've just never gotten into, and I just don't see that many reasons. And it's just like, why? Why would I go to Warped this year? And I scroll back up, and I do have to point out a couple of others. I would be interested in checking out I Prevail. Hands Like Houses have some cool stuff. GWAR put on an insane show. I know friends who have gone to that before, and I know that they've lost some members. I think someone died recently. And I've heard good things about some of these other bands like Sworn In and even CKY. I don't know a ton of their stuff outside of 96 Quite Bitter Beings, but them and a couple of others put on great shows apparently. I don't know most of these bands, and a lot of them I'm just simply not interested in. Boston Manor, though, Bowling for Soup, two right there, along with Beartooth. Even though I didn't like their last album that much, I'll still plan on seeing them, and they're at least worth seeing. Thank God Attila are not playing my date. So you're wondering exactly what date am I going to? Who are you seeing? I just told you who I was seeing. I'll probably still get that comment anyways. But I'm going to the Wilmington, North Carolina date, and that is on the 4th of July. That's right, instead of celebrating our nation's independence, I will be watching some bands and dressing up like Brian Stars whenever I go to Warped Tour. That's right, I mean Warped Tour. I will announce that right now. Our plans are for myself and my girlfriend Infinity on Hannah. We're going to take Brian out on tour, and he's not exactly going to be happy about the fact that Attila aren't on the date and the lack of more scene bands that he can get on board with. We're going to be doing some fake interviews. If you guys are there, we're going to be interacting with some of you guys and just maybe messing with people in general and having some silly, fun antics. Obviously, the real Brian has been on Warped in the past, and Brian is just a character of ours at this point. You guys love it. We have a ton of fun. It's just a total meme at this point, but we could not love it more. So that's right, I'm going to be dressing up in the hot Wilmington, North Carolina at the beach sun. God, I'm probably going to regret this. I'm going to have to get Brian a new outfit other than the MCR jacket. I'm going to be out there parading around as Brian Stars. That wig is going to get hot. I might have to cut my hair pretty short underneath there before I go for this. So obviously I'm going to see some bands. We're going to do some trolling. We're going to go to the beach, and obviously it does seem a bit steep to pay $50 to go in, and we're not just going to be doing that. That's going to be a very short part of our day. The whole trolling is Brian type thing. We are going to check out some other bands, some new ones that we haven't heard before, and I'm going to be seeing some of these other bands that I'm obviously very interested in, like Microwave, Boston Manor, maybe even Beartooth, Silverstein. I have never seen them live, so I think that I would like to give them the opportunity to grow on me in that setting. Who are you guys going to see on Warped Tour? I know a lot of you just aren't going, and I really don't think they're going to sell as many tickets this year, because you got to know your audience, and your audience wants other things. Warped Tour. Kevin Lyman, man, dude, what are you thinking, man? Like, you got to cater to the scene kids at least a little bit more, the pop punk kids. So yeah, even though Warped Tour's lineup is pretty weak this year, I can't wait to see some of these names. Obviously, Neck Deep is a huge draw for me. I'm hoping that maybe they'll at least have a new single out at that point. I think that and Microwave and Boston Manor are my three biggest gets for me, three bands that I have to see throughout the day, and obviously we're going to see as many as we can. It's just unfortunate that we won't know the daily schedule until then. I've never been to Warped. I don't know exactly what to expect. Let me know in the comment section down below your experiences with Warped Tour, what bands I need to catch, and what kind of trolling I should do. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. Be sure to leave a like on this video, guys. Check me out on social media. You can find all of these links in the description down below. If you'd like to help me out on Patreon, click that little annotation, because apparently I'm not that advertiser friendly according to some. I don't understand why, but apparently I'm not. If you want to see another video I did, a Brian Stars parody, click below me, or another recent video from Beyond ARTV. Other than that, I'll see you very soon.